Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Two Sons Podcast. Yes, you have heard that here, and you have heard that here tonight. And if you're watching this via video, via YouTube, you can see the surrounding is a little different. Yes, it looks like I'm kind of in an insane asylum, which in my mind maybe I am. But I am actually in a different podcasting location. I have moved around my apartment a little bit, and this is a little closet I have kind of separated from the rest of the stuff. So this is actually a curtain here that I actually installed so I can have some privacy and actually create a podcasting studio for all you lovely ladies and gentlemen at home, and everybody else listening as well. But yes, sorry for missing out on the last episode. My brother did a wonderful episode on Tales of the Empire, which was a fascinating Star Wars show, an underrated one that I believe both me and my brother share the same feelings on, and I definitely enjoyed it as well. So if you haven't, please check it out as well. This is going to be a little bit of a laid back episode for you guys. If you can also tell, yes, it is just me. Again, like I said, excuse the location. I know it looks very bland. I am working on decorating it. I'm actually working on hanging up the helmet that my brother got me, the Cody helmet, putting some art behind there. Maybe putting something on here because I didn't know the door was there. I actually do have a poster there and a poster above my stuff, but been very busy lately. Been doing a lot of stuff. I just got an email today for one of the jobs I was really looking forward to hopefully getting, and I think I have a call with them next week. So awesome! I'm really looking forward to it. I actually was busy getting a little bit more of my tattoos done. So let me show you guys. I got my Kong finished. So he is finished on up. So he's healing right now. He looks badass. And I got a new addition, which is, excuse me, a Triceratops. He is also healing as well. Very painful, not a fun spot to do, but it was a lot of fun. I love seeing my artist. Shout out to Rob Ray at Da Vinci Tattoo Studio on Long Island. So if you're ever in the Long Island area or you are looking for a great first tattoo, I highly recommend him. He's a great black and gray artist, as well as the rest of the artists is there, and the shop itself is wonderful. But I had a nice Mother's Day over the weekend. I did a lot of work. I got a lot of work to do this weekend with a couple other things and everything like that. And I'm trying to do a couple of other different stuff here at the apartment, which is always very nice. I like redecorating and doing a lot of stuff. But I got a busy day today as well too. But I wanted to slide in a quick episode for you guys just so you have a quick little fill. It's probably honestly only going to be about a 20-25 minute episode because there's not much for me to talk about. Excuse me. It's going to be a quick movie news episode for you guys. Just on the past weekend, obviously, even we're coming to the next weekend, but I'm also going to talk about a little bit about upcoming movies and everything like that. But want to wish you guys again a belated happy May the 4th. Hope you guys had a good weekend celebrating Star Wars. I know me and my brother did. Definitely go check out the re-releases in the movies right now. I know Phantom Menace has been doing wonderful. I know they re-released The Mummy, and they continue to re-release a lot of things. I'm pretty sure they're still going with Spider-Man and everything until like June. So definitely check it out, as well as the new releases, which I'll get into in a little bit as well. But let's get into the episode, shall we? All right. So I have a list pulled up here from the domestic box. So this is not worldwide box office, by the way. This is from May 10th to the 12th. So this is the past weekend. And a lot of these movies have made total a lot more money and everything. But let's go over the top 10 movies. So starting off at 10, we actually have Abigail, which grossed about a total of $1 million, just over 1,140,000, I would say. So, which I believe was its release weekend. So that's pretty well. Its total gross. Oh, I'm sorry. This this weekend, this was the gross for the weekend. Its total gross is $24 million. So that's pretty good for Universal Pictures. As of right now, I'm sure they'll break even of that. And actually, at number 9 was Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, which topped in about another over $1.5 million. It's at a total of $12 million right now, which is great for a re-release. We have Civil War at number 8 with another about $1.9 million. It's about 65 million right now, so it definitely is. It's starting to round up for A24, but it needs to make. I'm sure internationally it's doing well, but total gross right now for that is 65 mil in the U.S. So it's definitely doing well. Kung Fu Panda 4 pulled in another 1.9 million as well, bringing its total domestic gross to about 192 million. We have a new film called Unsung Hero from Lionsgate, bringing in about 2.5 million, total at 17 million right now. We still have Godzilla X Kong wrapping, starting up the top five right now. The New Empire put in another 2.7 million, bringing its total domestic gross to 100 192 million. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I might have misread it, but I'm sorry. I believe its total gross right now is about 650 million worldwide. We have Tenet, a horror film by Screen Gems, with I believe the guy from Spider-Man. I'm sorry, he plays Ned. We also have the girl Ivanka, I believe her name is, who was just in Mean Girls. She's in this. She's rumored to be in a couple other films. She's been doing great as well, and a couple other younger actors as well. Nice little horror movie to see. Actually brought in about 3.5 million, which is pretty good. About 12 million right now, so I'm sure it'll be a profitable film. Wrapping out the top three, we got Challengers, that new hit with Zendaya, which proves she can definitely be a movie star. She's about it's at about a 4.4 billion. I mean, sorry, billion. That'd be crazy. It's 4.4 million right now. It's about at 37 million domestically, so definitely is a profitable film. We have The Fall Guy, which brought in about 13.7 million, bringing its total domestic gross to about 50 million from Universal Pictures. So unfortunately, The Fall Guy is taking loss only because of the re-release of Star Wars and all the other stuff it has to compete with, along with rounding out our top film, which has dominated the rest of these on here. We have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with a total of 59 million gross. This was its opening weekend, I believe, and currently it is at, I believe, 130 million worldwide. So it is already on its way to make back its money and definitely be a profitable film. So with that being said, let's go back here. Hello guys, I'm back. Sorry, I was looking at another screen. Um, a lot of good films on there. A lot of good films. A lot of good movies. I would say that the one I'm really amping to talk about is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, along with The Fall Guy and Challengers. Pretty much these top three are the three films that I suggest checking out. There are other films up here that unfortunately just missed out of the top 10. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, that actually earned the 11th spot. And this is actually stars Henry Cavill and the guy that plays what's that? What's Reacher? The guy that plays Reacher, and a lot of other guys as well. I heard it's definitely a nice movie to check out. We still have Doom Part Two going strong. We got Monkey Man in there as well. I definitely recommend those as well. And pretty much everything in the top 10 is what to check out. As far as I know, A24 Civil War has been getting mixed reviews, but I believe it's been doing fairly well. So if you like A24, if you're interested in some political stuff, I definitely suggest that. Kung Fu Panda 4, definitely a good kids movie. Has made a bunch of money for sure, but unfortunately not one of the most popular in the franchises. Godzilla X Kong still killing it with the money. I mean, the MonsterVerse films just do so well lately. Tear it's a nice horror movie to see. Challengers, I heard, is definitely underrated. Fall Guys, I definitely heard is awesome. It's a love letter to the people behind the scenes in Hollywood, which is awesome. We love and appreciate all those guys and gals. And Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is visually stunning. The characters are very interesting, and I heard it is just the start of a lot of better things to come in the Planet of the Apes franchise that we previously known. Especially since the last one before this came out in 2017, so a while ago, with War of the Planet of the Apes, which was actually the third film in the trilogy that started in 2011 from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which actually I believe me and my brother are going to do an episode of the Planet of the Apes trilogy along with the new one Kingdom that came out. If hopefully I can see it soon. He actually saw it, so he can definitely give a little bit more insight on it. But I'm hoping to see it pretty soon. Excuse me, to give some better insight as well. But it after that, Disney had actually bought the property, and they're the ones that are distributing it. And they actually did not spend a crazy amount of money on the CGI and everything. It was only about 130 mil, which sounds like a lot, but compared to a lot of their Marvel projects that are at like 250, 300 million, they are definitely grossing a profit, and it seems visually stunning. And it brings a lot of new characters and definitely new stuff that we haven't seen since the last trilogy, and opening a lot of new branches, it seems like. Um, but overall, let's get off of that for a little bit and let's go into upcoming films. Now, this is a little bit more of a movie news episode, but we really don't got a lot of other movie news besides what I'm talking about right now. I mean, there are a couple of different things from, Disney and a lot of other stuff right now in terms of news and what's coming out and what's on streaming and shows and stuff like that. But I'm not really here to give the total news. I'm just here to really talk about the box office and honestly what's coming up and what we're looking forward to. So actually this weekend, coming out, we have two new films. We have If, the animation comedy drama that stars Ryan Reynolds, directed by John Krasinski. Stars Ryan Reynolds, like I said, Casey Fleming, who is Judith in The Walking Dead. She's Little Ray in Star Wars. She's Little Sylvie in Marvel, so she's killing it. We also have Steve Carell in there. Um, we have a lot of actors in it. Let's go over right now. We got Phoebe Waller Bridge, she's awesome. We got Fiona Shaw, we got Steve Carell, we got Louis Gossett Jr., we got Bobby Mahone, and we got a lot of other good guest stars in there that are voicing these imaginary friends. Basically, this film is, more geared towards kids, and it's called If because these imaginary friends are called Ifs, and I believe our main actress here, Casey Fleming, her if seems to be the big purple guy, which is voiced by Steve Carell. And it looks like they're going to go on a journey to, reunite ifs or some heartwarming story, I'm sure it is. So it definitely looks interesting. It got, kind of demolished on Rotten Tomatoes, but here at Two Sons Podcast, we just don't care about Rotten Tomatoes at this point because it doesn't matter, in my opinion. So definitely check that out if you got kids or if you got brothers or sisters, younger brothers and sisters, or maybe a nice date night. Honestly, would be a nice little movie to see. So I definitely recommend checking that out this weekend. We got Back to Black, the biography of Amy Winehouse, directed by who's it directed by? It is directed by, excuse me, let me click on it. Oh, Sam Taylor Johnson. A lot of mixed reviews on this thing. A lot of people are saying that the main actress, unfortunately, Marissa Abella, does not do Amy Winehouse, so to speak, justice. From the clips I've seen, I think um, she does pretty well, but I'm not, I don't know much about Amy Winehouse and her legacy and stuff. And of course, you can never have somebody really fully replicate the singing, even though there have been great biopics and everything. But Amy Winehouse, I feel, is somebody that is definitely hard to replicate. So, don't give this, woman that's portraying her too much trouble. Unfortunately, a lot of people are saying they should have had Lady Gaga do it. They should have had this. They should have had that. Studios work in different ways, and you just gotta you know look at the bright side of it. Enjoy a biopic of probably one of the most famous female musicians of all time. Unfortunately gone too soon, but it definitely seems like an interesting watch and another cool musical biopic to add to your list. So definitely check that out. This weekend we have The Strangers Chapter One, which is actually a sequel, prequel, to the other Strangers movies. It's a horror movie. There's been a lot of cool marketing around it, similar with what they've been doing with what they did with Smile in the past, with these people at parades or games or something, and these masks and stuff. It's creepy. It's a home invader movie. So it definitely seems like it would be a good horror watch, and I'm sure it won't destroy the quote unquote franchise or whatever it's called. So it definitely seems like something good to check out. We got something else that is a. I've been seeing a lot of commercials for. Well, I don't have cable, but like ads on YouTube for it. It's this film called I Saw the TV Glow. It seems to be a horror drama. I'm not sure who is producing it. I thought it was A24 because it looks like an A24 film. It seems like it has decent ratings, but it stars Justice Smith and Bridget Looney Payne and a bunch of others, and it seems interesting. The premise. Oh, it is A24. Okay, yeah. So it seems like It's a supernatural TV show that these two teenagers dive into. But something happens where it's canceled and other stuff, ensues afterwards. So it definitely seems like, again, another interesting A24 watch. I mean, they crank out a lot of films now, it looks like. Um, and, recently a lot of them haven't been doing super, super great. Unfortunately, Everything Everywhere All at Once is still at the top. Civil War has not beat it yet, and that's what they actually needed to do to be a profitable film or really make money on it, I guess I would say. These A24 movies, are usually low budget films that are very creative, that a lot of people know the brand and name and expect good things out of. So I'm sure to do well, but I don't know if it's going to be anything crazy. And that's pretty much it for May 17th. There are a couple other films on here called Babes, The American, and The Last Frenzy. I'm not really sure about these other three films. I really don't care to talk about them, but I would check it out. There's about seven things coming out this weekend, so that's awesome. And then honestly, I think the next weekend is also filled with a lot of interesting things as well. We only got five films coming out, but we got Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, which I heard fantastic things about. I heard that Anna Taylor Joy only has about 30 lines of dialogue, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure that what's his name, actor that plays Venom. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on his name. He only had in Mad Max Fury Road, he only had about 50 lines of dialogue. So it's normal for a lot of these big action films not to have so much dialogue, and even the directors and the people that star in it say it makes sense, and it makes sense if you watch Mad Max movies. If you haven't watched Fury Road, highly suggest it. It is an awesome action film, and it definitely has a lot of cool stuff in it, and it's great acting from all parts around. Um, but this one also stars Chris Hemsworth as the main antagonist, and he looks awesome in this film. I love seeing him outside of Marvel, and this looks like a great redemption for him. Even though he don't need redemption, but last thing I personally saw him in was Thor, and seeing that he's going to be a villain in this, that definitely has an interesting, um, you know, way of bringing himself and speech, and it seems like a fun, cool character that he created that looks like it's going to be awesome. And it's directed by George Miller, which is fantastic as well. And this movie is definitely, it's going to make a lot of money. It's fun, it's action, adventure, sci-fi. I mean, what else could you possibly want? It's not even a turn your brain off movie. It's already got an 8.2 on IMDb, so it's just going to go up as well. But it stars a lot of good people besides the main two that I listed, and it's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be a good movie that you can go and just enjoy. You don't really need to follow anything along. I would suggest watching the previous one to know who Furiosa is, but you'll learn who she is in this one anyway. So if you want to see a cool version of her along with Anna Taylor Joy's version, obviously check out Fury Road. But that's something I'm definitely on my list, and you guys should be excited for as well. And then we actually got to compare to Furiosa. We got the Garfield movie. Honestly, I didn't forget about this movie, but I didn't know it was coming out this soon. Obviously, Garfield voiced by Chris Pratt. It's an animated movie about Garfield, in the name, and it stars Samuel Jackson alongside and a lot of others actors and actresses. We got Hannah Waddington, Ving Rames, Nicholas Hoult, Cecilia Strong, Harvey Gillian, Brett Goldstein, Snoop Dogg, Bowen Yang. I mean, there's a lot of people on here. It's gonna be a good kids movie. It's it honestly looks like a pretty sad story because I guess I never really knew the story of Garfield, and those things get me. So it looks like it's a good time with the family. It looks like it is also a good date movie, and it just looks like if you're a Garfield fan, because I know the character goes way back. Definitely something to check out. A lot of people hate on the fact that, excuse me, it is Chris Pratt, but he's a popular and in-demand actor, and I'm not surprised they gave it to him because it gets butts and seats. So it doesn't sound, his voice isn't bad either. I think, and the animation is cute. I mean, little Garfield is adorable. His eyes are huge, and his body's little, and his head is huge. That's that's great. And then we got Sight, Kidnapped. The Abduction of Eduardo Mortera, which is a drama and a history film. Sounds very interesting. And Queen of the Deuce, another documentary and biography. And we have Sight, which is also a biography. So a lot of other biographies and stuff. If you're interested, check them out. But I'm not really sure about them, and that's something I'm not really concerned with talking about right now. We have a lot of other films coming out the end of the month. To list them off, we got In a Violent Nature, The Dead Don't Hurt, Robot Dreams, Ezra, Summer Camp, 1992, Haiku, The Dumpster Battle, which is the volleyball anime, Hidden Master, The Legacy of George Plot Lins. Kind of seems like a filler weekend. I'm not, too pumped for really anything on here, but Robot Dreams is a family animation, so another family movie right there. Pretty cool. And then June 7th, kicking off the quote unquote summer, we actually got a couple of big ones here. We got Bad Boys Ride or Die, which obviously stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and looks like we're bringing back Vanessa Hudgens. We got Alex Ludwig. So great cast. This is the first film that I actually would be seeing Will Smith in since the whole Oscars incident. I know he's been in stuff since then, and I'm over it. It seems like a cash grab, but the Bad Boys, the last Bad Boys, what was it, for life? Right? Yeah, Bad Boys for Life was. I worked that movie and it was very popular, very popular. A lot of people came to see it, and a lot of people loved it. So, I think Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are hilarious together, and it seems like it's going to be a fun popcorn flick film. So definitely go check it out as well. They're both great actors, and you got a lot of other great supporting actors and actresses in there. And again, it's an action. It's an action adventure comedy with actually two directors directing it. And again, like I said, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Alexander Ludwig, and Vanessa Hudgens. They were both in the last one. Same with Paola Nunez, also in the last one, and a lot of other people here as well. We got Tiffany Haddish, who I'm not really a fan of right now. She has just been saying a lot of weird things and stuff, which is strange to me. Oh, little side note: I'm seeing an ad on my screen for Fallout. I heard it's a fantastic show. My brother watched it. It's on Prime. The lead actress is amazing. The supporting actors and lead actors are amazing as well. I'm sorry, I don't know all their names off the top of my head. Maybe that's an episode my brother can do solo. If I don't see it in time, if not, we can talk about it at some point. But the Fallout games are amazing as well, and a great show by Prime. So just throwing that in there. Also to throw in there, we have a lot of teasers. Excuse me, I gotta take a little sip of water. We did a lot of teaser trailers and trailers for upcoming shows such as House of the Dragon season 2, The Boys season 4, and a lot of other ones coming out as well, all in pretty much June. So June is a big month for pretty much pop culture media, TV shows, blah blah blah. And then we got The Watchers, fantasy horror. Sounds very interesting. Another adventure comedy, School of Magical Animals 2. So apparently that was the last one. And Colin the Last Emerald, not really sure about it. But let's get into another big mid June, which really everything on here is not interesting to me besides Inside Out 2, which obviously is the sequel to Inside Out. We're bringing back the emotions, but Riley's growing up, so we're adding other emotions in here as well. So let's see, we got fear, we got anger, joy, sadness, and disgust. Obviously, all from the first one. Why did I think disgust was voiced by somebody else? But we got anxiety, envy, a new embarrassment, and there was somebody else in there as well. There was so those are the newcomers in there. We actually got Maya Hawk and Io Ederi, which are fantastic right now. Paul Walter Hauser is also fantastic. I mean, all these people on here are fantastic as well. But that is probably one of the most excited Pixar films I am looking forward to. The last Pixar film that I saw was Elemental, and I adored it. You guys know this, so always got love for Pixar. Then we got Firebrand, Treasure, Ghostlight, Fresh Kills, Tiger Stripes, and The Relentless Patriot. I don't know, people will check them out, but it's not something I'm too keen on. And then closing out towards the end of June, we got The Bike Riders, which stars Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, which was in Mad Max Fury Road. That was the guy I was looking for. Michael Shannon and others. It seems like a cool crime drama, and obviously Austin Butler is very hot now, and Tom Hardy's great. We got Kinds of Kindness. We got Thelma, The Exorcism with Russell Crowe, which, fun fact, Russell Crowe starred in a film called The Exorcist, literally a couple months ago, if not a year ago, and pretty much it looks like the same stuff. The poster is very much the same. Russell Crowe, obviously, you can't really change much of a Pope's outfit, you know, um, and a cross, so it looks very similar. But it's a horror movie. People are gonna go see it. A little weird to do it in the middle of June, but okay. And then we got closing off June 28th, the day before my birthday, we got A Quiet Place Day 1, which I'm very excited for. Horizon of the American Saga, Chapter 1, Janet Planet, Midas, and Revival 69. So pretty much the big bads here are A Quiet Place Day 1, The Bike Riders, Inside Out 2, Bad Boys Ride or Die, excuse me, um, Furiosa Mad Max, a Garfield, the Garfield movie, and If. Those are probably the big ones right now. And closing out, getting into the summer, we got again another Despicable Me for July 3rd. I There's not much for me to say about this. I don't really care much for the Despicable Me movies anymore. Ever since my experience with Minions just ruined it for me because people are awful and don't know how to act in public. Unfortunately, I saw this yesterday at a Dollar Tree I went to. These, I don't even know if they were teens or tweens or whatever, but they came in and they just 40 of them destroyed Dollar Tree for what? Like, if there's any kids or young tweens or teens that think stuff like that is cool, it's really not. It's just obnoxious, and the people that have to deal with it definitely do not get paid enough. Speaking from experience, and then you have these families that are trying to enjoy it. So, but Despicable Me is very loved, and again, I do have a love for it. So I'll check it out at some point. But if you go, definitely go with your family. It's a fun date as well, and please just don't do anything stupid. All right, guys, like that's a motto here at Two Sons Podcast. All right. Um, Getting through the rest of this episode. We got a couple other films on here, but I'm not gonna list them. I'm just gonna list the ones I'm very excited for. Maxine, fantastic. I absolutely love Mia Goth, and this is the third film in the trilogy from Ty West. Summer of Ty West. That's a little thing from um, what's it called? What's the podcast? Oh my god, I'm losing the podcast. Raiders of the Lost podcast. That is, they always say somewhere Ty West because he's always got something going on. But obviously, we know X and Pearl was in this little trilogy. So Maxine closes out, and all those films have been great so far. This one, I have no doubt, is going to be great. We got Long Legs, which seems like a movie about, I don't know, giant spiders or something. And then one of the underrated films that I'm actually really looking forward to is Twisters, starring Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones, David Cornsett, Katie O'Brien, and others. This is obviously a sequel to Twister. So instead of Twister, it's Twisters now because there's two of them. It sounds stupid, but honestly, it looks great, and Glenn Powell's so hot right now. So it's definitely gonna do great. And obviously, we got Deadpool and Wolverine on July 26th. Probably gonna break a billion at box office, and pretty much wrapping out the summer, we got Borderlands, which actually looks very fun. It's an action adventure starring Haley Bennett, Gina Gershon, Kate Blanchett, Ariana Greenblatt, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jack Black, and Kevin Hart. It looks like a fun cast, and it looks like a fun movie. Um, we also got Alien Romulus, August 16th. Again, looks awesome. Aliens fantastic. So definitely looking forward to it. And then pretty much we got the remake of The Crow with Bill Skarsgård. It looks interesting. Um, but that's pretty much it, guys. Again, this was a more of a movie news episode, but it's gonna be a movie news. It's gonna be more of a box office and upcoming film episode. Um, but I would love for you guys to comment on the YouTube, the Spotify, any sort of platform, and let us know what movies you're looking forward to. Are there shows we missed that you're looking forward to that you would like us to talk about? Are there movies coming out? Are there animes coming out? What is coming out? What projects are coming out that you're excited for? I will say this summer is pretty stacked. It looks like it's pretty spread out, which won't be too bad. Got a lot of family in there. We got a lot of dramas in there. We got a cool horrors in there. We got cool action and adventure in there. So we got a lot of different things this summer going on. But I'm going to stop it here, guys, because there's really not much else for me to talk about since it's just me, myself, and I. I'm just going to be a quick little episode for you guys before me and my brother get back together. Want to let you guys know, didn't want to go on a tangent about Planet of the Apes because I'm super excited about it and would love to talk more about it, but that's better talked with two people. So we're going to wait right now for that. But with that being said, guys, once again, I didn't say it in the beginning of the episode because I was excited, but I'll say it here. You can find us at Two Sons Podcast, all under Two Sons Podcast. Don't make sense when I'm saying that, but we are Two Sons Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, also known as X, Spotify, all your other podcasting platforms, all under Two Sons Podcast. With YouTube, Two Sons YouTube as well. And again, we upload every week. I'll upload a couple of things on the socials right after I finish recording this. But once again, guys, please be safe, be healthy, round up those finals, start to get ready for summer vacation and everything. Let us know how you did. Let us know what's going on. Please don't do anything stupid. Be safe. Be good. Be everything. Um, and please interact. I love seeing interaction on the YouTube and Spotify. YouTube has been doing great. Spotify's been doing great. Did have a hater on the YouTube, unfortunately, that actually made a YouTube video about us. Didn't know you liked us that much. But we don't take it seriously, guys. If there's genuine hate out there, it's not welcome here at Two Sons Podcast. So if any of you guys really don't enjoy us, then don't comment, then don't watch. Or if you watch, it just helps us out more. So do as you please. But no hate here, all love. All right, guys. But with that being said, thank you for coming out to another episode of Two Sons Podcast, giving you a little quick insight from your good old host here, Joseph, on the past weekend of movies, what you got to look forward to this weekend, and what we're looking forward to for the rest of the summer. With that being said, thank you guys. Have a great evening. Have a great night. Have a great morning. Just be great. Be good. Be awesome. Be amazing. Be you. All right, guys. See you later. Bye bye.